I'm Giselle from SCGS, and my primary school was Mermal Convent School. I have been with my stretcher for the past 9 years, and it was since K1. I've been taking English, math and science, and I feel that their classes are very fun and engaging, so I really like my stretchers class.
Hi, I'm Krishna. I'm actually from NUSI in the present. I graduated from TKPS, Patong Primary. I chose NUSI School of Maths and Science because I really like maths and science. It's like my passion. I first started joining my stretcher in primary 3. I began with science, and slowly and steadily I actually grew on to go for all the lessons, all the different subjects that were available.
So I was from East Spring Primary School, and currently I'm in Dunman High School. Starting in primary 2, I attended the English Achievement Program, and I stuck with it until primary 6. She's very encouraging, and her explanations are very clear and easy to understand. And yeah, I really enjoyed her lessons, attending them, and it helped me to grow a lot, like academically and holistically. My weakest area I struggled in was composition, because I wasn't quite a creative writer, and I couldn't come up with stories by myself, and it was quite hard because with these topics given, I couldn't I didn't know how to express myself in words, and I also struggle with vocabulary, idiom. They used to give model composition, and I used to read them. There are also these bordered words, vocab and idiom. After that, they'll give the meanings of the words, and that really helped me learn a lot more. For example, comprehension, there were these true and false questions. They were very hard, and I thought it's all paraphrasing, but I actually didn't understand the meaning of the sentence that I needed to take from the paragraph. My instructor taught me how to understand the passage better through these concepts.
English isn't as good as it wasn't as good as I thought it was. Then I wrote a composition for my Commonwealth essay, and my teacher actually helped me assess it. She helped me improve on it. She told me how I could make it have wow factor, and I actually I exceeded my expectations for the Commonwealth essay. I thought of getting nothing but I got a bronze. I like how they had the very enriching vocabulary lists. They would provide all the vocabulary spelling lists. It really helped give a lot of new variety of words they use, and it actually helped with their all comprehension and composition skill worksheets. I could really understand how you must go about writing a form, how you make the vertex triangle, and how you organize your points. For comprehension, they taught how to actually annotate properly and learn the hidden language between the lines of the author and learn what the author's trying to convey. Then even NUSI, where the syllabus don't match for English, she still tries to help me. She tries to adapt the lessons such that I'm able to also gain a lot of knowledge from there and use it in my own school syllabus. For math, they actually give more challenging problems that what come in the exams, so it makes the exam problems seem more easier than actual. With the very dynamic solutions, it really boosts our confidence. Very intricate notes, the concepts are, the well-detailed concepts are less crammed for us to memorize. Instead of memorizing 100 concepts, there's a very small number of ideas we have to learn. I didn't used to be very good at math, but Mr. Ong actually helped me really see math as more as a challenging problem which can be adapted to other problems instead of individual problems. So if I take the word problem worksheet, instead of seeing each problem as one individual, separate, isolated problem, to make it as a group which are just small variations of one another, which actually made me more confident, and it was easier to learn how to solve them rather than memorize 100 methods just to solve that one question.
I used to be very careless with my work. I used to lose a lot of marks, be it simply copying sentences down. I had trouble with that. And she used to constantly remind me be careful, even on the worksheets. Like, be careful, Daniel, like wrote there. Yeah, and like after that I got the message because I lost a lot of marks through my careless mistake. After that I changed because I knew that PSLE, those mistakes could cost a lot.
For science, actually, their notes are very detailed. They have a lot of real life examples, and even I remember they have a lot of practicals they provide. They give a lot of hands-on, which really gives us a lot of knowledge, and they're really enlightening and helpful.
Mrs. Tang, my science teacher, she actually gave us her contact number so that we can contact her whenever we had any questions. And it was very helpful since that class is online. There was once where I didn't know how to do a question, so I had to keep asking her many times, and she even stayed back with me after class to continue helping me.
The bootcamp actually helped me remember these questions, and they also told me the answers, so I would pay more attention to them because there were a lot of people also helping around, a lot of teachers who were very experienced, I could tell. And it was nice revision to do, a lot of good points and a lot of interesting tricks that were provided during the bootcamp as well.
There was a lot of materials provided, and most of which focused on the harder questions. So there was enough practice with difficult questions, and that helped me boost my confidence. PSLE Bootcamp was very useful because they consolidated all the most important concepts. It allowed me to know where to focus more on to prepare for PSLE.
I find that it's very useful, but for example, science, there are a lot of these concepts, all these things you needed to know, and they explain these answering techniques, so I knew how to structure my answers, because my answers used to be quite very wordy in a sense.
I want to thank all the teachers, especially teacher Labyrinth, Mrs. Tang, and many more. So I really enjoyed their lessons, and they allowed me to learn with so much fun. So.
Mr. Calvin, Mananjaya, Mr. Ong, Miss Joyce, and yeah, they all actually helped me. I really want to thank them for putting effort and seeing the potential in me and helping me, actually guiding me, not just helping, but actually guiding me along the pathway to NUS High. I want to thank them for actually putting the effort for me and helping me get where I am right now.
Yeah, I would, because the things my literature teaches is quite related to the syllabus.
Of course I would. My literature actually has this, like I said, it's very detailed notes. It makes studying more as a fun thing, a fun challenge rather than a burden. It actually has very detailed notes, which are very nice, real adapted questions, and it actually lets us understand the long concept in a short amount of time. Doesn't make it too hard for us at all, and I really like that about my literature. Of course, I'll recommend it. I actually do recommend it to a lot of my friends as well. My literature, it does not teach you how to solve questions, it teaches you how to learn. It tells you how you must learn to adapt to the question, adapt to the problem, because they say the exam will not have our questions exactly. Knowing when to take breaks is actually really helpful as well, because finding the balance is a very important thing to overcome these hurdles we face. I believe there will always be other chances for one to improve. Regaining composure quickly and taking failure as a learning experience to work harder is very helpful. I believe perseverance is willingly working hard on something one would like to achieve. Hard work is only considered perseverance if there is the willingness to try. The refusal to accept failure and the urge to succeed without failure is not perseverance, it's just hard work.